Erstmals im Turnier bei 16 Carat Gold. Einen einzigen Platz gibt es noch zu vergeben. Und den Starter werden wir jetzt ermitteln. In unserem heutigen Main Event hier in Bielefeld. Festgesetzt für einen Fall. Der erste Finalist im Block B ist 1,79 Meter groß, 85 Kilogramm schwer, aus Bochum in Deutschland, Elijah Blum.
A rematch eagerly anticipated, but this time for all the marbles. Blum, breathing heavy, clear nerves.
Und sein Gegner in diesem Finalfight.
But he's done an incredible job of getting past his nerves and performing every time that he's needed that extra push. However, it seems like with every time, no matter how hard he pushes, he just cannot overcome this man.
Der Gegner ist 1,82 Meter groß, wiegt 120 Kilogramm. Aus Ottawa, Toshigi, Japan, representing Pro Wrestling Noah, Yoichi.
And the samurai archer of Noah has been a mountain that this man, Elijah Blum, has had trouble climbing. A step ahead of him every time. I'd even venture to say Yoichi has challenged Blum more than any other opponent in Blum's young career. Firstly, in Back to the Roots, one-on-one, Yoichi captured a victory, and what an incredible fiery victory it was over Blum. And then at Fight Forever in Hamburg at that end, Yoichi captured another victory in tag team competition against Blum and stared him down. Blum has not yet had an answer for Yoichi, but in this moment, in this city, and with everything at stake, can Blum finally defeat the samurai archer of Noah? Yoichi and Blum so far, after an exchange of blows now, flexing their technical ability. Well done there by Blum. Capture the head, dropping down, lowering the weight on his arm, and lovely roll there back into a hammerlock of his own. Yoichi will feel very confident walking into this. While there is pressure, a lot of it is on Blum. So far as Yoichi runs through Blum into a cover here for Yoichi early on, a kick out by Blum. And what an opportunity it is for Yoichi to be able to compete at 16 Carat Gold in March. Of course, he's on excursion here from Pro Wrestling Noah. A man who is at a very similar part of his career to Blum, has had some moderate success, some even impressive feats over at Pro Wrestling Noah, but waiting, trying to make that next big step. What a gigantic leap it would instead be if he were to go back to Japan after 16 Carat Gold, having won the 16 Carat Gold tournament. As now Blum picking up the pace and catches him with a drop kick. My goodness, Yoichi wasn't even, despite all the speed and momentum, running into that drop kick. Yoichi not shaken off of his legs. What a golem of a human being is now Blum looking to, I believe he might have been looking to Russian leg sweep Yoichi into a turnbuckle there, or moving maybe forwards, but Yoichi's strength and his power coming in as Yoichi stay on his feet. Oh, out of the way goes Blum, and Yoichi goes elbow first into the floor. Blum now catches him with that drop kick into a cover here for Blum, and a kick out by Yoichi. 15 spots are out. One more spot remaining for 16 Carat Gold. Blum now looking for this parting gift neck breaker. He's never been able to hit it on Yoichi. He hasn't even, so far, he hasn't been able to, Yoichi now kicks him. He hasn't even been able to clench his arms together. The impressive width and strength of Yoichi. Now running over Blum. Again, the cover here by Yoichi, putting all the weight onto his shoulders, but Blum still kicking out. Kick there to the back of Blum. And this is the final stop before 16 Carat Gold. The final action before Europe's biggest wrestling festival. As Yoichi now again looking for a cover here. And what a deep hook there by Yoichi. You can tell very early covers by Yoichi, very early attempts to keep Blum down, and now that very deep cover. If his matches before were with Blum had even an inkling of holding back, which I don't think this human being is capable of. This match, Yoichi's all business and looking to finish things quickly. He knows what's at stake, as does Blum. It looks like he's hurting his own hand just as much as he's hurting Yoichi's chest with those chops, but this is how Blum will test himself. He will want to overcome Yoichi. As now he looks here, Russian leg sweep again, but Yoichi's strength, impressive as he now lifts up Blum, and he's about to send him crap. Look at that. Pausing for a moment, Yoichi. And I'm sure that pause was as much a message to Blum as was that elbow in the cover, and a kick out by Blum. I think Yoichi might be trying to dishearten Blum here as he now has him in that half crab and sits his weight down. Blum hearing the fans here in Bielefeld. His head going red. Can he possibly make it to the ropes? Referee Tessie Leung looking for a tap. No. Blum makes his way to the ropes. Fights and struggles. But I'm afraid his struggle is not even nearly done here. Yoichi delivering boot after boot. I would even say Yoichi has been dominating this match so far. I'd venture to use that word in the first 6.5 minutes of this match so far. And 6.5 minutes is a long time. Blum has been fighting back valiantly, but fighting upward, punching upward is never a good sign in any kind of fight. See there, the pain on Blum's face, biting onto his hand. As now Yoichi has him up, sends him into the ropes. What does Yoichi have in store here? Looking maybe for a back body drop. Blum comes around, and this time, for the third time, he finds that Russian leg sweep. Yoichi's head bouncing off of the mat. And this is what it's all about in this main event in Bielefeld. Stephanie Mays, Icarus have qualified for Europe's biggest wrestling festival. The question is, will it be Yoichi or Blum? Be there, don't miss it. Get your tickets at events.wxw-wrestling.com and see potentially the first step on the road of one of these two young men's careers. Blum now firing up, coming back in. And for the third time, it looks like Blum absorbing as much energy as he can, and Yoichi coming in. Yoichi comes back in again, and that neck breaker by Blum neutralizes Yoichi. And Blum's fire is far from extinguished. If anything, I'd say it's burning bright as he climbs up closer to the top. And from the heavens, Blum onto Yoichi in the cover, potentially in a kick out by Yoichi. He cannot be disheartened by that kick out. Stay on top of things. Yoichi's rocked, and Blum maybe that parting gift again. Can he even clench his arms together? Trying. Yoichi's strength coming in. That warrior scream, the warrior's cry there by Yoichi. Sends Blum into the turnbuckle. And rushing in. Out of the way goes Blum. Blum now in the corner, comes back, caught by Yoichi, twisted around. And now Yoichi sends Blum into the mat. Blum comes back up and down into that spine buster. Yoichi booking his ticket to 60. What a kick out! A kick out by Blum! Blum! A kick out! And Blum's hopes and dreams of making it to 16 karat gold are still alive. But will those dreams come crashing down with Yoichi? At the top, Blum can't defend himself. Yoichi! All of that weight onto Blum and onto 16. A kick out by Blum. A kick out by Elijah Blum. Yoichi had to double check with Tesselayum, but his shock doesn't last long. As now Yoichi, he has Blum. Blum is trying to fight his way upwards. Despite Yoichi's strength, Blum fights up. A blow by Blum. Again, no, caught there by the boot from Yoichi. And now Yoichi, oh no, looking for that Muso. Looking for Muso. Blum floats over, comes in, maybe a cover, a kick out. And now Blum firing up. That fighting spirit is lit within Blum as he tees off on Yoichi. Yoichi's just too much, those gigantic arms of his. He has him up, oh my God, from that kneeling position. Lifts him up and sends him into the mat. And now the fighting spirit in Yoichi is what's burning. The samurai archer has his target. Oh, ducks under, Blum. Blum firing up. Into the ropes again. This has been a battle of attrition. who has what it takes to capture the victory. Yoichi fired up. Blum fired up. Ducks under and catches him. Takes him right off of his feet. Blum now. And finally, he gets the parting gift. And with that, Blum is in 16 karat gold.
Der Sieger und somit der 16. Teilnehmer bei 16 Carat Gold 2024, Elijah Blum!
Bielefeld is Blumenfeld. It is the city where Blum rises. The city where he breaks through all of his limits. And on this night, against his most difficult of foes, Blum not only breaks through, but he overcomes. And he takes a gigantic step in his young career. Celebration for Blum in the city where he won the Shotgun Championship.
Hat das Ziel der Road to 16 Carat Gold erreicht. Euer Schnurrbartmann, Elijah Blum!
Will Blum go far in 16 karat gold?